Hey everybody, and welcome back to Living Between Paychecks Kitchen. I'm Oz, Jackie Later still like Jackson, and he's still behind the counter because we're gonna cook steaks, and he's gonna show me how to do it because apparently I've been doing it wrong my entire life. Again, shout out to Neves Gaming. Thick did a video on how to cook steaks. I've been wanting to do this, but I couldn't afford steaks because everything we do is super cheap and under $10. And if you get them dollar store steaks, you regret life and every choice you've ever made. So, finally looked out, got some cheap steaks. So we're just gonna do how to do a quick, cheap steak cook. All inspired by Thick44 over on Neves Gaming. Thank you again. Before we jump into it, be sure to like, share, subscribe, do all the YouTube stuff, ring the little bell. We do these on Tuesdays, Fridays. Get this out of the way, and let's just jump into it. There's merch down the link in a dooley-doo, but I don't want to get into a shameless plug when I'm talking to somebody else. Food stuff. Alright, so you're just going to need some steaks. You want them thawed if they were frozen. Looked out, and these were pretty thick. Got them for about $4 a piece, if I remember right, which is awesome. You want the salt and pepper is the only thing I really put on my steaks, especially when I'm doing them inside. Now, I usually cook it with butter. Now, Andy told me it was wrong, and that's why I suggested, like, olive oil. And he's like, nope. Butter's closer. It's better. If that's what you got, it's great. But get you some bacon or bacon grease. I didn't keep bacon grease because I'm in an apartment, so I don't worry about bugs because my neighbors suck. So like 3 slices of bacon, that's fine. And set it aside. Now I get those odds and sods kind of really bizarre, just irregular pieces of bacon, which is like $2. And just get like 3 slices of it. But you salt, you're going to salt one side, then kind of rub it, and then flip it, salt it again, and then rub that in. You want to let it sit for about 3 to 5 minutes while you're sitting there with the salt or pepper on it. I don't do a lot of pepper on mine, or Andy didn't do any pepper on his, but I usually put it on mine, but I'll do it later because pepper can actually burn in the stuff. Salt will dissolve, pepper will burn in the skillet. Get you a medium, decent sized skillet, whatever will fit your steaks. Put it about medium high, all right? Be careful whatever the hell's cooking on the rest of your stove, ignore that. So you got your skillet here. And then you can add, 2 tablespoons of your olive oil or your butter and just start. But we're not going to do that. We're going to use the bacon and use it as a side and make Zool really pay attention. Actually, it makes the entire apartment pay attention because the whole place smells like bacon. So separate it down. Like I said, I get the super thin, super cheap stuff. So a lot of this is like, it's very hot. But cook that down until it starts to get pink and wiggly and you got some grease pooling, right? That's what you want. You want the bacon grease in there. So I cooked mine for about 3 minutes. It cooked it down to where it got pink and wiggly, and I pulled that off. Now, immediately put your steaks in that warm grease, right? Put it together, make it look pretty on camera. Okay, just put it down in there. I guess this is technically a bacon fried steak, but it tastes great, especially when you're getting like cheaper steaks. You got to worry about what it tastes like. If you get like some of the super cheap, like flank stuff, it gets a little gross. So you want to get it in there. You want to cook it for about 3 to 5 minutes. Alright, now I'll flip mine pretty good. It'll start to brown a little bit. Now if it's browning really hard or it's starting to burn or crisp up around the edges, especially if you got a really cheap steak, go ahead and turn your heat down to about medium low. You don't want a medium high. You want it on the soft side of that medium stuff. So once you get it for about 3 to 5 minutes, you got that decent cook to it. You start to feel a little bit squidgy in the middle. Now, I like mine blue rare. So as soon as it starts to firm up just a little bit, still got a little blood on it, I'll pull mine off. But after that first 3 to 5 minutes, you want to give it an additional 5 to 7 minutes for a medium rare steak. All right. Now, I think Andy did his medium, so after that he's going to do 8 to 10 instead of 5 to 7. All right. So mine's blue, still pink, bloody. Just like show a picture, fire, scare it real bad, bring it out to me. That's an amazing steak for me. But just keep cooking it if you want a little deeper than that. Alright, give it another 5-10, it'll start to solidify, it goes just pink in the middle, and then when you do your medium, it'll be like a grayish color medium, which I think is too much. So while I'm waiting on that, I went ahead and threw the bacon back in, and I cut up like half a round of a red onion here, completely optional. It was just like last minute, oh yeah, I could totally use the bacon for something other than just getting the grease out of. So we're going to cut this up and put it on the side. So now that I got that medium stage there, medium rare, which, the medium is still pink in the middle. It's not gray. The gray is your well done stuff, which is gross. I was just giving Andy a hard time here. But go ahead and pull that off. Now, again, if you want it any higher than, if you want medium, do it for 8 to 10 or medium well. You want it, like 150 degrees on the inside. So that's just going to be, you're going to leave it on there for a minute. But that's it. That's how you cook a steak. You put it on there for as long as possible. Now I can break you down the actual stuff, like 3 to 5 to begin with, and pull it off as blue. If you want a medium rare, do an extra 5 to 7. And if you want it medium well, do 8 to 10. If you want it well done, tell them to go eat hamburger instead and leave you alone. All right. People tell you to let it rest, but I try to eat it directly off the grill, directly out of the skillet. But that's completely up to you. If you let it rest, it'll cook a little bit further, a little bit longer, and that's great. You got to try this out. Tell me if you've done it wrong. Like, you can use this for meal prep. You can use it for just about anything because you just reheat it later. Now, remember, it gets tougher if you reheat it in a microwave or whatever, so always eat this right up. But, yeah, this is great. And like I said, you got to look around, but you can get it under our budget, so you got to try it. Well, there you have it. The steaks were so good that we forgot to do an outro. That one's been on the back burner because I haven't done an outro. I was waiting for Andy to come back by, but, yeah, you could tell as before I cut my beard down and do whatever, I distinctly try to look less homeless and a little thinner now, so that's cool. But if you do steaks differently, and everybody does steaks differently, let us know. Put it down in the comments. I'll revisit this. If we can find some nice cheap steaks, I know inflation is out there, but if you look, you can find the cheaper spots, like meat markets and stuff like that. It's amazing. But I'll revisit it. Put it down in the comments. That's what the comments are there for. You can also find it on social media. Let us know how wrong we did our stovetop stuff. And I know we've been doing a lot of grilling stuff. We had steaks, but again, this was before we found out about the grill, so I'll revisit it. Let's go put it on the grill. It's fall, it's autumn. Grab some pumpkin spice, there's some apple cider, heat it up on the grill right next to it, do some apple wood smoked steaks, man. Oh, that sounds amazing. You can also find us on social media. Let us know that we're horrible over there. You can put us on Facebook, Pinterest, Patreon. We're at all those at Live Between Paychecks Kitchen. You can also find us on Instagram. We can shorten it down over there to Living Between. You can find me on all those, including Twitter and over at TikTok. Yeah, I'm old. I forgot the name of the tiki-taki thing. The clock app at Ozway Nerdy. You can find me on all of those. OZWAINERDI. Way Nerdy. It's a name. There's a bridge named after the guy in Houston over by Bentop Hospital. So it's an actual name. I'm not just saying that I'm way nerdy, even though it's like the coolest name ever. Y'all be safe. I'll see y'all next time. Please, please be safe. All right. Enjoy spooky season. Enjoy your steaks.